Are you unknowingly taking pills that could be erasing your memories? Right now, millions of Americans have medications in their homes that might be triggering rapid memory loss. These drugs, often seen as harmless, are quietly stealing your ability to think clearly. Let's jump into the first culprit: allergy and sleep medications that disrupt your brain's signals. Subscribe now to uncover the shocking medications in your cabinet, silently stealing your mind, and discover more life-changing health secrets. Drug 1. Allergy and sleep medications that fog your mind. The first and perhaps most alarming group of memory-damaging drugs includes everyday allergy pills and sleep aids you can grab without a prescription. Think Benadryl, Tylenol PM, Advil PM, and many prescription sleep drugs. Most people don't realize these medications block critical brain chemicals needed for sharp thinking and forming memories. They don't just make you drowsy, they throw a wrench in your brain's normal function. Your brain depends on a chemical called acetylcholine to learn new things and hold on to memories. This chemical is so crucial that Alzheimer's treatments aim to boost it, but these allergy and sleep drugs do the opposite. They block this memory chemical, leaving you confused and forgetful. The worst part, using them regularly can cause lasting damage to the brain areas that control thinking and memory. Common culprits include diphenhydramine, the active ingredient in Benadryl and most over-the-counter sleep aids, as well as PM pain relievers. Many prescription drugs for depression, bladder issues, and sleep also block this vital chemical. These medications are so common that people take them daily without realizing the harm to their brains. A major study followed over 3,000 seniors for 7 years and revealed shocking findings. Those taking these drugs had a 54% higher risk of dementia. Even scarier, the longer you use them, the worse it gets. Taking them for just 3 years raises dementia risk by over half, and more than 3 years nearly doubles your chance of losing memory and thinking skills. I once treated a 68-year-old retired teacher whose family was alarmed by her growing forgetfulness and confusion. She'd always been razor-sharp, but over 2 years she struggled with simple tasks. Her family feared Alzheimer's, heartbroken by her rapid decline. When I checked her medications, I found she'd been taking Benadryl every night for sleep for over 3 years, plus a prescription antidepressant that also blocked the same brain chemical. This combo was a perfect storm for memory damage. Her brain was starved of the chemicals it needed, causing issues her family mistook for dementia. Drug 2. Anxiety medications that shrink your brain. Next up are anxiety and panic drugs like Ativan, Valium, Xanax, and Klonopin, often prescribed for anxiety, panic attacks, or sleep troubles. What patients aren't told is that long-term use can shrink brain tissue and skyrocket dementia risk. These drugs, meant to soothe your nerves, are quietly harming your brain's ability to function. They work by slowing brain activity to ease anxiety or help you sleep. While this offers short-term relief, regular use keeps your brain in a sluggish state, preventing it from maintaining itself. This can cause parts of your brain to shrink, showing up as physical damage on brain scans. The memory center, the hippocampus, is hit hardest, losing brain cells that can't fully recover. A 15-year study of over 27,000 people found these anxiety drugs raised dementia risk by up to 84%. Even short-term use increased memory issues, with effects lingering years after stopping. Researchers called these drugs a major cause of preventable dementia. I treated a 59-year-old executive whose memory problems were tanking his career. After taking Ativan for anxiety for over 5 years, he couldn't focus in meetings, forgot key appointments, and struggled with simple problems. He was terrified of early dementia. His memory tests showed dementia-like issues, but brain scans pointed to medication damage, not Alzheimer's. When we carefully tapered off his anxiety drug under medical supervision, his memory improved within weeks. 6 months later, his thinking was much sharper, though not fully back to his peak. Drug 3. Acid-blocking medications that starve your brain. The third group fueling memory loss includes acid-blocking drugs like Prilosec, Prevacid, and Nexium, widely used for heartburn and ulcers. Most don't know that by stopping stomach acid, these drugs block your body from absorbing key nutrients your brain needs, leading to memory loss and confusion. Stomach acid isn't just for digestion, it's vital for absorbing vitamin B12, magnesium, and other nutrients essential for brain health. When acid blockers halt acid production, they cause deficiencies that damage brain tissue and disrupt chemicals needed for thinking and memory. Vitamin B12 deficiency is particularly devastating as B12 protects nerve fibers. Without enough B12, these fibers deteriorate, mimicking dementia symptoms. Many patients on acid blockers develop what looks like Alzheimer's, but is actually a B12 deficiency. A German study of over 73,000 seniors over 5 years found that those taking acid blockers had a 44% higher dementia risk. The longer they took these drugs, the worse the risk. Over 4 years, the chance of memory loss nearly doubled. I'll never forget a 71-year-old woman whose daughter brought her to me for worsening memory and confusion. She'd taken Prilosec for heartburn for over 6 years, developing what seemed like moderate dementia in just 18 months. Her family was devastated, researching memory care facilities. Her B12 levels were so low they were barely measurable, caused by years of acid blockers blocking vitamin absorption. We started B12 supplements and slowly stopped the acid blocker. Within 3 months, her memory improved dramatically, and within 6 months, she was back to her old self. The longer you take these drugs, the worse the deficiencies and brain function get. Many use them for years without anyone checking their vitamin levels or warning about brain risks. Drug 4. Cholesterol medications that starve your brain's fuel. The fourth group harming memory includes cholesterol-lowering statins like Lipitor, Zocor, and Crestor, prescribed to millions. What patients aren't told is that cholesterol is crucial for brain function, and blocking it can cause severe memory loss and confusion. These heart-protecting drugs may be hurting your mind. Your brain holds about 25% of your body's cholesterol, which brain cells need to communicate and produce hormones for mood and thinking. Statins cross into the brain and block cholesterol production there, impairing cell communication and memory formation and increasing confusion. Your brain tries to make more cholesterol, but statins stop this, leaving brain cells starved. Studies show up to 15% of people on certain statins face significant memory issues. One study found statins that enter the brain cause higher memory problems than other cholesterol treatments. I treated a 66-year-old professor whose memory issues after 3 years on Lipitor threatened his career. He forgot students' names, struggled with lectures, and made unusual research errors. His family feared dementia. Tests showed short-term memory and concentration issues. Stopping his statin improved his memory within weeks. 3 months later, his thinking was normal, and we managed his cholesterol with diet and safer options. Drug 5. Allergy medications that cloud your mind. The fifth group causing memory issues includes older allergy drugs like Benadryl, chlorotrimethrin, and Vistaril, used for allergies, motion sickness, or sleep. These block key brain chemicals, leading to severe memory problems and confusion. Available over the counter, many assume they're safe for long-term use. These drugs don't just stop sneezing. They block brain chemicals needed for attention, learning, and memory. Their effects are so potent that researchers use them to mimic Alzheimer's symptoms in studies. They enter the brain easily and linger, impairing thinking and memory for 24 to 48 hours per dose. Regular use can cause lasting brain chemistry and structure changes. A study at Indiana University showed these drugs cause brain shrinkage and reduced activity in memory and learning areas, resembling early Alzheimer's. I treated a 58-year-old nurse who took Benadryl nightly for sleep for over 2 years. She made work errors and worried about her growing forgetfulness. Her supervisor noticed, risking her career. Memory tests showed attention and thinking issues. Stopping Benadryl and finding safer sleep solutions improved her thinking in days. Within 2 months, she was back to normal and resumed work safely. Newer allergy drugs like Claritin and Zyrtec are safer, as they don't enter the brain as easily, but many stick with older drugs because they're familiar or cheaper, unaware of the brain cost. Drug 6, seizure medications that slow your thinking. The sixth group causing memory issues includes seizure drugs like Dilantin, Tegretol, and Depakote. While critical for epilepsy, they're increasingly used for nerve pain, migraines, or mood issues. These drugs suppress brain activity, causing mental slowing and memory problems. They reduce electrical activity to prevent seizures, but this disrupts normal thinking, affecting attention, memory, mental speed, and problem solving. Even low doses can cause mental decline over time. These drugs interfere with the brain's electrical signals needed for thinking, learning, and memory. Studies show patients on these drugs have deficits in attention, memory, and mental speed, even if seizures are controlled, pointing to the drugs as the cause. I treated a 52-year-old accountant prescribed Neurontin for back pain, who developed thinking issues that risked his job. He struggled with calculations, couldn't focus on complex documents, and made unusual errors. His memory tests showed attention and mental speed issues. Reducing Neurontin and using other pain strategies improved his thinking in weeks. 6 months later, his mental abilities and work performance were back to normal. Drug 7, blood pressure medications that starve your brain's blood flow. The final group causing memory problems includes certain blood pressure drugs, like beta blockers, e.g. Inderal, Tenormin, and some calcium channel blockers. While controlling blood pressure is key for brain health, these drugs can reduce brain blood flow or disrupt brain chemistry, impairing memory and thinking. Beta blockers block adrenaline and related chemicals that regulate heart rate and blood pressure, but are also vital for attention, memory, and alertness. Blocking these causes mental fog, memory issues, and trouble focusing. Some blood pressure drugs lower brain blood flow too much, starving the brain of oxygen and nutrients, leading to confusion and memory problems. Studies show beta blockers that enter the brain cause slower mental processing and memory issues compared to other blood pressure drugs. I treated a 69-year-old retired engineer who developed memory and concentration issues after starting a beta blocker. He struggled to follow conversations and remember simple details, worrying his family about dementia. Tests showed attention and mental speed issues. Switching to a brain-friendly blood pressure drug improved his thinking within weeks while keeping his blood pressure controlled. Your brain is your most precious asset, and these 7 medications, from allergy pills to statins, could be silently robbing you of your memories and clarity. Don't let these drugs steal your mind without a fight. Talk to your doctor today about safer alternatives to protect your brain health before it's too late. Subscribe now to stay informed and uncover more life-saving health tips to keep your mind sharp for years to come.